Alright, hey guys, it's Rose TCG back in the video. With this video, we're bringing a Galaxy Eyes deck profile post Photon Hypernova, and let's just get started here. So here I run one copy of Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon. I've seen people run multiple copies. I think one copy is just great. It's easy to special summon it out, and it's also great to get Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. But I think one copy is good. You can test multiple copies, but I just decided to run one of these. 3 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. I mean, this is kind of the ace monster besides the Exceed monsters, and a lot of cards synergize around this one. So of course you need to run 3 copies. Photon Emperor is just a great easy way to get a level 8 monster out, and it gives you the ability to normal summon once again. So really solid card to have run one copy of. 1 Galaxy Brave. This card, again, just another way to get another level 8 Galaxy monster out. Very solid, very easy to get out here, so just one copy of that. 3 Galaxy Soldier. This card's great. This is really iconic card, even outside of the archetype. Just being able to send one other light monster from your hand to the grave to summon it out and add a Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand is great. You can either get another Galaxy Soldier or just search out any of your Galaxy cards. 3 copies of Photon Thrasher. It's another iconic card. You run 3 copies of it just because you're able to special summon it out while you control no monsters, so it makes it easier to actually get some combos going without actually using a normal summon. Photon Vanisher, this guy is really great. While you control a Photon or a Galaxy monster, you're able to actually special summon this card out, and if you do, you can add 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your deck to your hand, and if it's used as an Exceed material for an Exceed monster, it gives the Exceed monster the ability to banish any monster that is destroyed by battle with that card. Galaxy Summoner, there's a good amount of combos like centered on this card. Decided to just run 1 copy, but I guess totally see the argument for 2. But decided 1 was just good enough for me. And if it's normal or special summon, you can target 1 Photon or Galaxy monster in your grave and special summon it out. And then you can target 1 other light monster you control and make it a level 4, so it makes it easy to go into a level 4 Exceed. 3 Photon Orbital. Photon Orbital is just great to search out any of your Photon or Galaxy monsters just by equipping. Very great card. Photon Jumper. 2 copies of this. This one's another very popular combo-oriented card, and I think 2 copies is really great for this. And if it's sent to the grave, you can add 1 Photon or Galaxy Spell Trap from your deck to your hand, so it's just sent anywhere from the grave. And it says if this card is sent to the grave, so it doesn't necessarily be that it has to be like this name, which means that if it's used as Exceed material, you're actually able to use this card upon detachment, its effect, so it's pretty solid. For the hand traps, I have 3 Ash Blossom and 3 Infinite Imperm. Very solid roundup. I think that's just great to have it like that. You guys can add more, but I would have trouble seeing what you can cut for that. Photon Sanctuary, just so you have a way to get your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon out besides like going through other monsters summoning it out. 1 Reinforcement of the Army. This is just great because there's a lot of level 4 warriors that you're actually able to search out, so Rhoda works really well here. 3 Dark Ruler No More, because this card it does really well going second, so being able to actually stop your opponent that sets up their board, and you can easily break it and kill them that turn if you just negate those monsters. So very solid card to have here, and I think it's great if you're definitely planning on going second. And then Galaxy Expedition. This card's great because if you control a level 5 or higher Galaxy monster, you can special summon 1 level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy monster. So this makes it, gives you an access to a lot of combos that you can actually do here, and gives you a way to go into Nova and Infinity without discarding for the extra Galaxy Soldier. So that's really nice. Galaxy Trance, a lot of combos you can do with this. Just being able to bring out a Photon monster from your grave and then a Galaxy monster from your deck. That's just 2 free monsters to get out. Very nice. Then we have 3 copies of Galaxy 100. This card is great because when this card is activated, you can send 1 Photon or Galaxy card from your deck to your grave. And if you've seen, there's a good amount of cards that actually benefit from that effect, like Photon Emperor or Photon Jumper. So it's pretty good card to have 3 copies of. And then if you summon a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, you're actually able to go through your opponent's extra deck and look through it. And you can banish a key component of their deck from there, or you can special summon a number monster from it to your field. So it's a really good card that I think is really disruptive. And if you're able to like actually summon a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon during your first turn and check out what it is, you can actually set up a board that can deal with their monsters even better. And then of course 3 Imperm I already talked about as the hand traps. I think this lineup's pretty good, but there's definitely some ratios that you can play around with in the main deck. But I think these are like the essential monsters to kind of have here. Before I go to the extra deck, if you guys are enjoying the video and want to support the channel by like, commenting, subscribing, or even going to my Patreon and seeing if you can support at any tier there, that'd be really great. But let's just go to the extra deck here. So here we have Zeus. Obviously it's an Exceed deck, so just Zeus is just great to have here, just to deal with board wipes. I love these Galaxy Eye monsters. They're just dealing with your board, dealing with your opponent's board, and actually give you the ability to destroy them while you're going second. That's why a lot of this is centered a lot of them kind of do a similar thing with that. And then here we have the Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. This guy's actually pretty good because he's unaffected by your opponent's monster effects if he has Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon as material. And then he gains attack equal to the combined level and ranks of all monsters attached to it as material. So you can see this monster can get pretty beefy. Galaxy Eyes Cypher Blade, another just kind of going second card here. And then here we have the cards that actually you're going to want to be able to summon during your first turn to actually, like if you're going first, these are the ones you're going to want to summon to actually get some combos going or to protect yourself while you're setting up your board and then getting ready for your opponent's action for their first turn. So here we have the Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. A lot of people know this card. It's just a great card because you're able to actually negate a spell or activation, so that's pretty great. Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, another really good card because when an opponent monster activates the effect, you can attach one material from the card and then negate that monster's effect. And if the detached material was a Galaxy card, you can actually destroy the card. So pretty solid. And then during your opponent's turn, you can take one Photon or Galaxy card from your deck and either add it to your hand or attach to this card's material. So that's great because you can actually search out your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon in case you don't have one for your Galaxy Eyes Soul Flare Dragon. And then Infinity Nova for the Omni Negate Galaxy Photon Dragon. This one's great just because you can detach one material from this card and then take one Photon or Galaxy card from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. So really good card here. Definitely even worth considering running 2 copies. I just didn't know what to take away for that. And then Star Leech Photon Blast Dragon. This card is really great to establish in your first turn board, just because you're able to protect all your monsters with 2000 or more attack from being targeted with card effects and can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So really good card to see there. And then we have Galaxy Eyes Soul Flare Dragon. If this card is link summoned, you can target one Photon or Galaxy monster in your grave, add it to your hand, and then during your main phase, you can discard one Photon card and one Galaxy card. Then target one special summon monster your opponent controls and destroy it. And of course, if you have Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, you only need to discard 1 copy, which is why this is relevant just for you being able to search out your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. And for side deck, these are just cards that I considered, but ended up not running them. So the extra copies of Galaxy Eyes Afterglow, and I kind of explained why I don't run that. Galaxy Knight, I don't think it's necessary anymore to run this. Galaxy Summoner, I think this is actually worth considering a second copy. Definitely worth looking at. Galaxy Wizard, I know a lot of people run this card and like live by it. Definitely worth testing out. I just decided that I didn't really have enough space for it if I wanted to include all these hand traps and board breakers, so I just decided not to run this card. And then the Baguska, another copy of Galaxy Photon Dragon, but the Abyss Dwellers, these are just a way to actually protect your board in case you don't really have a way to do anything. And Abyss Dweller is pretty nice, but the thing is with these cards is that often you can get locked into pure light monsters, and you don't want to have this when you're doing that. The third copy of Photon Sanctuary, don't think this is necessary. I think you just need 2 copies. Triple Tactical Talent or Triple Tactic Talents, I think it's actually a pretty good card to consider, just because you're going to be going second a lot. If your opponent tries to do anything, you're going to actually be able to benefit by drawing 2 cards, taking control of a monster, or looking at their pen and choosing 1 card from it and shuffling into the deck. So pretty solid, I think, honestly. And especially with this deck, if they negate something, you're not completely screwed, just because there are a lot of extenders in this deck, which other decks that go second often struggle with, but this card doesn't. So it's definitely worth considering. And then trade in a lot of level 8s. I don't think it's worth running though, because there's not nearly enough to actually benefit from it. But let me know what you guys think about this deck profile. Do you think the support actually helps Galaxy Eyes a lot? I think it's pretty solid, and it's pretty fun to play around, just seeing how high your numbers can get. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.